Conti, Penelope
You're
Ford,
right.
because I've been a big proponent for Penelope Ford for a while, and I think this was one of her stronger matches we've seen out of her in the last
Yeah.
almost 6 months. I mean, she early on would carry so many of these great matches, and be kind of the ring general because of her, a surprising ring general, because you'd be like, okay, she's got the skills.
I
But
love hearing you say this.
with
You're right.
this Tay Conti as well, I like the added stipulation to this. Both women looked very strong. I have to give props to Ty, because she put on some submissions. Actually, both women put on some submissions that I was like, I've never seen these before. And I really do like that added stipulation. But both performers looked really strong. And we've had some of the comments on our YouTube clips about Penelope Ford, why are not getting pushed, and she kind of was off TV for a bit. But this mid women's division feud that we're seeing, I still think there's life to it, and I'm really enjoying it with Ford and the Bunny versus Anna Jay and Tay Conti.
This is one of the reasons why you're the babyface of the group, because if I had called this feud as much as outright as you did as the heel, I'd be strutting. My head, you wouldn't only be able to hit my face on the screen. My head would be so big. SPD, you called the need for this feud months ago.
Yeah.
When the AEW women's division was really just Britt trying to muscle through and carry this division.
Yeah.
You said it. Tay Conti and Anna Jay need to be in a tag team type feud.
Yeah.
With the Bunny and Penelope Ford. You said it.
Right.
And AEW is running with this idea, and dude, it's working so well.
You're right.
Don't confuse my excitement for the main event with forgetting about this match, because this match was absolutely a banger. Penelope Ford, dude, I know that AEW is really looking for all around women's performers who have the it factor, who can go in the ring. I'm telling you, man, Penelope Ford is one of the sleepers of this division.
You're right.
Everybody can talk about. It's easy for us to talk about Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa and Jade even,
and Deeb and Sheeta.
But dude, when you get deeper and you start looking for okay, what other people in this division have the potential to really get an opportunity to get a title shot? Get an opportunity to have a main type of feud. Dude, Penelope Ford is bringing it. Her submission game, I knew going into this match, again, I know Tay Conti has not been around nearly as long as Penelope Ford. But I think everybody going into this match was like, all right, Tay Conti's submission game is going to be really strong. We all know and respect her submission game. Dude, Penelope Ford was absolutely killing it in this match, man. She was on fire. Her submission game was money. So
very surprising.
Dude, I love the Bunny's involvement. I love a good heel. I love her using the brass knucks.
We didn't get many cackles out of her though.
Well, there's always next week. I hope Bunny, this is coming out to you. Give us a few cackles. I love your laugh. That would be like Santa giving me a ho ho ho. That'd be perfect. Make it happen.
Santa give me a ho.
I love it. I love the Bunny's laugh. I think it's iconic. It's one of those ones I identify it with her. It's her right away. And I love this feud. I think it's adding depth to the women's division. You and Bonds got to talk about Deeb and Sheeta, which adding depth to this division. I loved that feud, by the way. I freaking love that feud. You're starting to see layers to this women's division, which thank God. I love it. It's so needed. Great. Yeah, I think it's perfect. I really love what they're doing, man. I'm already starting to see, if it were up to me, Thunder Rosa and Britt would do their thing. You need to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I think Jade and Nyla Rose have a little feud over the TBS title. Sure. I think Penelope and Bunny have their thing with Tay for a little bit here. I really am liking Sheeta and Deeb. I love that. I think that they have a lot of layers to this feud now, to this division. Now you have to be happy about that, because that was one of the things that you were calling for as we get closer to the end of this year, SPD, reflecting on the closure of this year. That has to be
Yeah.
something that you have to be really happy about.
I am, and I think I am happy to see all these different feud. I mean, like you said, we got this tag feud going on, we got the title feud, we got the tournament going on. I think there's a lot more depth, but there still needs to be a few more stars. Like, I'm glad we're seeing Rio more. And I would be open to seeing another tag team develop
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, who would you want to be on a tag team? I'm looking at the women's roster right now. I mean, you know, you have Hater obviously and Rebel. Like, obviously that would be another good heel tag team, but like a babyface, I would love to see Layla Hirsch teamed up with someone, because I think she's really awesome in the ring. And I think if you have her kind of being that Taz element, or that, the ground and pound kind of like, beast, and then you have someone who can, cut the promos and all that, team up with her or someone. But
I
the
like
depth
that.
of the division is
Yeah.
growing for sure. It's definitely getting rounded out, and I really, really like it.
I'm glad to hear it. I mean, I know that you're always notoriously tough on the women's division, but I think you're starting to become a softie now. I'm starting to see you're loving the women's division more and more, and it's great to see.